Hi everybody, my name is Mutwana. Sometimes people call me Hamish. If you FaceTime to this platform, make sure please go subscribe, leave a comment, tell me where you come from, okay? Let me know where you're coming from, okay? Because I know there's a lot of new ones here. If you new, share this video and let me know where you're coming from. Because if I can read here on my phone, let's read the comments here, man. Oh, my apologies. Let's read the comments here. Any question, okay? Let's read the comments first. So the first question here, the first comment say, hey Mutwana, I always get a lot of messages from KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. I know a lot of students from KwaZulu-Natal and also from Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, and also a lot of students from Cali. Let me read one message here. Just a second. Hey, Hamish Mutwana. Mutwana, how you doing? Man, I love your video, brother. Don't stop, man. You know, I enjoy a lot of watching your video because it kind of remind me that I think, man, I like this. We as a black people, we also creative, and you know, we can show our excellence. Man, come on, man, don't put me like that. I'm not that way. I'm trying to do something small so I can bring impact to our community and people can see, oh, we can be black people, we can show our intellect, we can show our little, you know, what we have, and it can inspire the people. So I appreciate it. I love this, sister. Thanks. So this is sister here from Tennessee, and let me read. Thanks a lot, Keisha. Man, I say the brother here, Andila. Hey, Andila, how you doing? Say he told me, how you doing, Mutwana? I'm from KwaZulu-Natal. Man, I always have a lot of students from KwaZulu-Natal. They say, Mutwana, how you doing? How you doing? Sawubona. Sawubona is like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Hello. Sawubona, Andila. He's from KwaZulu-Natal. And he's saying, China, man, you inspire a lot of us. And, you know, me coming from KwaZulu-Natal, seeing you, I love your video. Keep on going, brother. We love you, man. I love you too, Andila. And everybody watching me from Johannesburg or Tanzania or Nigeria, Ghana, anywhere in Africa, Kenya, man. Show me some love from Morocco, Egypt, or any part of the world. It could be Europe, it could be China, India. There's a lot of Indian students here. Man, thanks a lot, man. So let's get into without further ado. So I have some questions here. So tell me where you're coming from. Tell me where you're from. So the first question here, okay. The first question says here, okay, let's say integral. We have integral sign, 4x, and then cos cube x dx. This is an easy question because, you know, there's a lot of ways you can approach this. But I'm intentional what I'll do, I'll separate this. So let's say integral. Oh, sorry, this pen is finished. Integral. Integral. And then I'll leave. Oh my god. How come this pen in my finish? My apologies, family. My apologies. Sine. So, all of them are finished. Okay. Sine. Oh my god. I apologize. Sine power 4. And they'll say x. And this cos, I'll separate to say cos square. And it's cube, right? So I'll write only one cos x and then dx. It seems like red pen holding my finish, my apology. So what I'm going to do, I did this for a purpose. So that I'm going to say this is integral. Integral, we have sine 4x. And then this one here, same as say 1 minus sine square x dx. Because you know this identity, trig. And we still have our cos x. But now, so the reason why I replaced that because I want to let, okay? So how are we going to let that? Look at this. I'm going to say let u equal to sine x, and then when you differentiate the u equal to, when you differentiate sine, you're going to get cos x dx. So let's replace everything. So when you replace, look, we say sine x equal to u. So this is going to become integral sine x equal to u, but at this power 4, and you have 1 minus u square, because this is square. Cos x dx equal to du, so this is going to become du. Then let's expand that out. So when you expand, this is going to be u power 4. So integral u power 4 du. So it's going to be u power 4 du. We have a minus, we're going to say minus. Now this is going to be u power 4 times u power 2. You know, when you have the same base, exponential rule, you add the power, it's going to give you integral for u power 6 and then du. So now we can finish up u power 4 power of integration. So we simply just add by 1. This is going to be u power 5 over 5 minus, and this is going to be u plus 1 is going to be 7 power 7 over 7. And then the same, we know the value of u. What the value of u? We did let before. See, the value of u equal to sine of x. So this will be sine Power 5x over 5. And then with minus going to be sine. Power 7 now. Oh, yes. Over 7, then we plus our constant. So the first question is done. Now let's go to the question number 2. Excuse me, sorry, family. Go to question number 2, right? So I get my. Okay, question number 2 is easy. You always say easy, but when I try to put my all is hard. Nah, it's not hard at all, man. It's easy. Like I said, please let me know where you're coming from. It's very, very important so I know where you're coming from. And leave a comment. Tell me where you're coming from. Tell me what you represent. Tell me like, hey man, me I represent my city, this city here. I'll be very, very impressed. Okay, so the question number 2, they say integrate dx. We got dx here. And now this is 29, is 9 plus 25x squared, and they got dx. So this is tan inverse of trigonometry. So how you know? Because look, in the general formula or general tan inverse is like this. If somebody give you integral and they give you a dx, and here they give you, let's say, a square can be any number, and then plus f of x squared, no root, you see, just a squared plus f of x dx. This same is saying 1 over, take your a with no square, means it's going to be over a, and then f of x, you write your f prime, means take this, differentiate f prime, and then here this is going to be arctan. Arctan, take your function right here, and then over your a with no square, and then you add your constant. Because there's no limit, that's why we have to add the constant. So now if you come here, now I'm going to have to rearrange so it can be form of a tan. So it's going to be integral, and this is going to be 93 square plus 3 square, and the plus 25x square means it's 5x bracket square and the dx. So that same as say 1 over a. What is the a? A is the 3 with no square. F prime, this f of x you differentiate is going to give us 5, and then you say arctan, this is going to be arctan, and then f of x, what is f of x 5x, and then we divide by a equal to 3, and then you plus your constant. We plus constant because there's no limit. 5 times 3 equals 15, so I can simply write down 15 here. We're done. So no, sometimes they don't give it like that. They're going to challenge a little because they don't want to give like, you know, take it easy come, okay? So they're going to give stuff like this. Look, they're going to give something like this. Let's say they give you, here 5. Let's change something. Okay. Okay. Now let's say they give you integral. I'll say -4, and here let's say give you 5 or 7. Maybe times 5. Okay, let's say 7, and then we plus, let's say 64x squared dx. See. So it kind of look alike, but the problem we have here, there's a 7, so we don't need this 7. So how are we going to get rid of the 7? It's quite easy, because look, if somebody says 7, look, I'll take -4 out because I know for the formula of the tan inverse it does not have any number top, and then have a dx. 7, I can say 7, and then I can square root, and then I can square. That same meaning is still 7, it did not change any meaning. And then we plus 64x squared means it's going to be 8x square, still give the same value. So now you see it's already in the format of what we want, which is tan inverse of trig. -4, just -4, and the right bigger bracket, and then we're going to get finished all this stuff inside here. Now how we always say 1 over a. 1 over a. What is a? A is this number here, which is square root of 7, and then you multiply by, derivate this stuff. It's like say 8x, and what you do, derivate, and then you say arctan, or if you don't want to say arctan, you can say tan inverse. Is the same thing. So if you don't want to write arctan, the other way you could say tan inverse. That's another way of saying it. And then our function is 8x for this case, and then over a is the number with no square, means exclude that square. For this case is that one, and then plus c. So now when you derivate 8x, derivate is going to give you 8. So I can say simply multiply by 8, and that's our final answer. See what I'm saying? If you want, you can simplify. You say, okay, -4, 1. How many -4 here? There are 2. So I can say it's 2 square root of 7. So I can say here 2 square root of 7, and here normal number. But I show all your steps for you to get marks, okay? Now, so they're going to challenge you sometime. See? Not all the time it's going to be like that. Now, look. How if there's a square root? Because we know we can use that if there's no square root. How if it's plus, and then we have a square root? See? So I'm going to show you now how you can do it. I'll show you right now how to do it. What do you mean about that? What do you mean about that? So it's like, look, they give you integral and they give you, let's say, let's say some question, and they give you 7 and the plus 64, okay, let's say 49. 64x squared, but we have a square root here. How are we going to handle this? Okay, let's just ignore 4 because it doesn't make any difference. So how are we going to handle that if there's a square root and then there's a plus? So you see, now it's a different game now, okay? So now we're going to say, look, if there's a square root, this we can do 2 ways. Either we can do by hyperbolic, so we can either do by hyperbolic, so it's not tan anymore. It's either hyperbolic or we can do by trigonometric inverse. Hyperbolic. What do you mean about the hyperbolic? Hyperbolic inverse. So hyperbolic means those sin, cosh, tan, cosh, coach. You know those those hyperbolic. Or we could have done by trigging. So how we do that? Let me show you by hyperbolic. For hyperbolic, we say this same is a 1 over derivative function. Do not write a for this case. You only say 1 over a only for tan inverse. But for this case, there's no tan inverse. So just say 1 over derivative function, and then here say sin sh. For this case, if it's a plus, it's sin sh. So sin sh inverse of your function over your a and you plus your c. So that could be for if it's square root and plus, or if it's not there, by trig you could have done like this one before. You're going to say 1 over derivative function only. Do not say a everywhere. For tangent we did say over a, but for this case do not divide by a. 1 over derivative, and then write your absolute, and then what you do, write your function with no derivative, and then you plus everything which is in here. So in other case you can say it's like a squared plus f of x square, and then square root, and then you write your absolute plus c. We know what we use absolute means. Anything comes out of the absolute is always positive. So what we're going to do now, we can simply get the 2 answer. So let's get the hyperbolic answer for the same question. So first and foremost, 49. 49 means 7 squared. So I can simply change this, say this is, let me say 7 squared. So I can say this is 7 squared, and then 64x squared meaning what? 8x bracket squared. That's the first step. Now let's do by the hyperbolic, okay? So for the hyperbolic, we're going to say this time is say 1 over f prime. What is f prime? Means derivate what you have here. When you derivate 8x, is going to give us 8. And then we're going to have a sin. Or if you don't want to say sin, you can say arcsin, and then you write your f of x, which is 8x for this case, over the number which is in here, with no square, which is 7 for this case, you plus c. You don't. Or we could have done the same equation by the trigonometric substitution, which was going to use the same as this. So they're going to tell you, solve this question, use hyperbolic or trigonometric inverse. So it's 2 different things. If it has a root, it's different. See, if it doesn't have a root, we use by tan. See? So now for that case now, I could have said, if they say hyperbolic 1 over derivative function, means you derivate 8x is going to give me 8, and then you write your absolute, okay? And then write your f of x. Fx is 8x. And then you write exactly what you have. This is going to be 49, and this is going to be 64x squared. And then plus c, means this is 64x squared, this is 49. And that's how you do. See? Just easy like that. See what I'm saying? Now let's go to the next question. The next question. So the next question just is very similar to the one we did before. It's similar to the one we did previous at the beginning. But now they change, they kind of flip it. Now let's see how we can approach. Man, okay. So we have a question right here. Okay, so let's say integral, and let's say sine, and then cos cube x dx. So you can do either the way. Either we can do like how we did before, or there's another way that you can do. Either the two is acceptable, okay? So now, remember the first one I did, I remember left hand. So let me switch now. Let me just, so this is going to say integral. Let me put cos here. It's going to be cos, and then it's going to be sine cube. But let me say square x, and let's say sine x dx. You know, I want to play around, but I could have done other way around, okay?
Either the two is acceptable. So then I'm going to say this one here. So integral cos. Okay, what is sine? Sine is like a 1 minus cos square x. And this is going to be sine x dx. So for now, what I'm going to do, I will let cos. So do not let this, the one which is to the dx. Let the other one. So I'm going to let u equal to cos x. So this is going to be du. When you differentiate cos x, you get negative sine x with respect to x. That's to say dx. So what we're going to do, we're going to substitute everything. Cos of x equal to u. So this will become integral u cube 1 minus u square from here, bracket, and then sin x dx, sin x dx equal to, let's take negative over because we want sin x dx. So the negative is going to come to the back. So sin x dx means negative du. So I'll take negative out and then du is going to be here. You see? And then what we're going to say here, we can simply say, I can just finish up here. So now let's multiply that out. So it's going to be negative. U cube times 1 is just a u cube. So remember it's going to be power rule. So it's going to be u cube plus 1 is going to be u power 4 over 4, or power rule of integration. Negative u cube times negative u squared. It's going to give us u power 5. So we plus 1, and remember it's going to be plus because negative plus. It's going to be plus u power 5 over 5. No, power 6 because remember when you multiply it's going to be 5 plus 1 is going to be 6. So u power 6 over 6. So now we know the value of u. The value of u equal to cos x. So we can substitute back the cos x. So this is going to be negative cos power 4x over 4, and then we plus cos power 6x over 6 with plus constant c. And then what we do, I'll rather start with the bigger power. You know, that's what I was told by the first grade teacher. Start with the bigger number, positive number. So 4 power 6x over 6, and then it comes cos power 4x over 4, and then plus our constant c. And that's how you do it. Look, like I say, let me know where you come from. It's very, very crucial. So I know, maybe you like this type of content or you don't like this type of video. So I know where you coming from and who I deal with. Tell me what you represent. Are you represent South Africa, KwaZulu-Natal, or you represent Eastern Cape, South Africa, or you represent Uganda, or you represent Kenya or Tanzania, or you represent Ghana, Congo, or anywhere, man. You represent Memphis, Tennessee, you represent New York, or you represent Canada, China, Japan, Australia. I have a lot of people from Australia also to follow my channel, my platform, you see, my intellectual property. So let me know where you come from. It's very, very crucial. So I know, oh, I have a lot of people from this region, you know, so then I can create more content. Let me know what you represent. Thanks a lot for your time. If you first time here, man, like this video, share the video to a lot of people, and I'll see you soon. Thanks, peace, and light. I'll see you soon for some